Yo, man, what's good, you two, man? It's your boy Mickal, and that's aka Mr. Napier, boy, man, Ted David, man. We got Tupac's murder through the eyes of Keefe D, man. Shout out to Music Vibe, and make sure y'all go sub to them and give them a like, man. They drop good videos, you know what I'm saying? If you guys want to watch my reaction, you guys can go watch the original video from Music Vibe. The link will be down below in the description down below, man. Let's go ahead and get it to
First bullet went in his head, so the next one's hit him. It was like he was doing a breakdance trying to jump in the back seat or something.
You've all already heard the news that Keefe D was arrested. Let us, in this video, talk about who Keefe D is and how he is connected to Tupac's murder, and why Puff Daddy should be afraid for his future. After all, according to the words of the protagonist of our video, Tupac's murder is also partly because of the founder of Bad Boy Records.
You know, it's crazy how Tupac and Biggie and them, they all used to be cool with each other. Then both Tupac and Biggie is dead because of Diddy and Suge, but mostly Diddy though.
Everything that will be said next is
a lot of stuff that from Biggie and Tupac, a lot of stuff is gonna start rolling out this year. A lot of stuff is gonna start getting exposed. Stuff that happened maybe like 20 years from the 90s is gonna start rolling out now.
quoted from Keefe D's interview and autobiography. Generally speaking, Keefe D, whose real name is Dwayne Davis, is a member of the Southside Compton Crips gang, which was involved in drug dealing. In the early 90s, he got to know a gangster called Eric Von Zip Martin, who was from the East Coast. People in his circle just called him Zip. Actually, it was Zip himself who introduced him to Sean Puffy Combs. Zip and Puffy were very close friends at that time. For Keefe D, Puffy was just a regular guy who was just starting out with his business. However, nowadays he hates him and genuinely regrets ever meeting the guy he calls a bastard. After meeting for the first time, Puffy and Keefe D reconnected with one another after a couple of months regarding renting a car for the artist Usher for the music video Can You Get With It. Puff paid Keefe $2,400 for the car. In the summer of '95, Zip came through the neighborhood and invited Keefe D to a party hosted by Puff, calling it the Beat Summer Jam. Suge Knight was at the party, and according to Keefe's opinion,
look at that. See? Do you see what I mean? Like, they niggas used to be cool with each other. All of a sudden, they started beefing because Tupac died. Biggie set him up. I don't think Biggie set him up. I really think who set him up was really the people around Tupac. I think it's people around Tupac.
Suge was already jealous of Puffy because of how well things were going for him at the time. Suge asked him where he knows them from, and he said, just like everyone else, from drug dealing. After that, the most epic Source Awards event took place, where Suge said,
any artist out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star, don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
These words completely destroyed the friendly relationship between Bad Boy Records and Death Row Records. However, the most intense shit happened on the 23rd of September 1995 at a party in Atlanta between the two enemy labels. Suge Knight confronted Puff Daddy and used physical power against him. Keith Murray said that Puff received a powerful slap from Suge.
And then Suge was like, yo, you all right? And Puffy was there. Then all of a sudden I saw Suge. Wow! Smacked the dog shit out of Puffy.
And here is Reggie Wright Jr. saying that it wasn't that dramatic.
But he did grab him by his collar and was blaming Puffy that night.
And anyway, this fight led to the murder of Suge Knight's close friend, Big Jake.
He was
there was bloodshed. Okay, so there's no coming back from that. Bloodshed, somebody passing, somebody dying. Oh yeah, see. Damn, but it's crazy though, bro. Just imagine if Tupac and Biggie was alive, how would like the music, how like rap and R&B would be today? I think it would be different. The same thing if Michael Jackson was alive, Aaliyah. Like, bro, I think the music industry would be different if them niggas was alive, but they ain't not saying. You know what they did? They killed Michael Jackson. They killed Tupac. They killed Biggie. I mean, they killed Bob Marley. Come on now,
a good
bro.
friend of him. He was a very good friend. You see them together often, and I think Suge trusted him a lot.
It's difficult to say who committed the murder. However, at the time, the entire mass media said that it was someone from Bad Boy Records' side. After this event, Puff called Zeb, who asked him to put Keefe D on the line, and then told him, "Your boy, Big CEO, he's tripping." Naturally, these words were aimed at Suge Knight. Keefe D said that Puff was so scared that he hired ex-Navy SEALs wearing earpieces like they worked for the CIA in the hotel room right next to his suite.
And I'm scared of the big boy. I mean, you know, he didn't say it in that type of words, but we went to the concert, it was in San Diego, and this nigga had fucking Navy SEALs in the next room. They looked like the FBI with earpieces and everything.
Then there was the meeting between Zip and Puff at a...
I mean, you always got to be safe, though. What's wrong with being safe? What's wrong with being careful? What's wrong with being protected? Come on now. I mean, nowadays, you need security. You need that. Come on now. You need security, bro. People are going to be jealous of you because you're successful, you have money, you have a clout, and they want to take that away from you. They want to take that away from you because they're jealous of what you have and they don't have that. They don't want to grind for that. They don't want to do that. They want to get like 5 seconds of fame and go to jail for the rest of their life. That's literally what they want.
Strip club. They were later joined by Keefe D himself. From there was the proposal that he would receive $1 million for the murder of Suge and Pac.
Even if he wasn't serious about it, but he did say that around him.
It was floating in here. I'll just say that.
Plus, Puffy trying to see me weak, hearts I rip. Biggie Smalls and Junior Mafia, some mark-ass bitches.
This diss track from Tupac really pissed Puff Daddy off. In turn, Keefe D saw Pac a few times, and he appeared like a good guy to him. However, a little later, during one of the concerts, Tupac had to explain himself for the lines he read from the song California Love.
Worldwide, let 'em recognize from Long Beach to Rosecrans.
Some Southsiders were up at the House of Blues on Sunset, and they ran into Tupac. He was up there with Big Syke from the Outlaws. One of the members of the gang went up and grabbed Tupac by the collar and pushed him against a wall and said, "Man, you know what that Long Beach and Rosecrans stand for?" Later came the moment which led to Tupac later attacking Orlando Anderson. One of Keefe D's friends, called Victor, was one of the main high school footballers who was heading to college.
Keefe D did all these type of interviews, which got him caught by the feds. Come on, they're probably watching interviews for years and years and years. Like, you never know, bro. Everybody that probably talked to innocent Tupac, they've probably been watching them for years through their interviews, especially this one right here. Because he probably had something to do with Tupac's death. Come on now, bro. He got arrested. Now, if he snitches, that means he can talk about Diddy, Suge, people around Tupac. I think the people that was around Tupac, I think the security and all them, I think they're not even here no more. I think they passed away.
And so,
Keefe
told him they want to give him a proper send-off before he leaves. While Victor was at the mall, he ran into 3 Pyrus gang members who were down with Death Row's crew. People from the Pyrus gang were beating up Victor at the mall. That same time, people from the Southsiders gang entered the mall. They didn't know that Victor is a member of the gang. When Victor saw that his allies had entered the mall, he told the people beating him up that now the real battle begins. Victor knocked out one of them and grabbed the Death Row Records chain. Trip to the store had to be canceled. That fight changed the rap game once and for all. On the 7th of September 1996, Keefe D and his guys attended the Mike Tyson match, just as Tupac and his own guys were at the game. After the match, they headed to the pre-arranged meeting place where they waited for about 15 minutes. Little by little, everybody started showing up except for his nephew. Next, Keefe D was told that someone had attacked his nephew. They came to find out later, the same dude from the Lakewood Mall that got his chain snatched was walking with Tupac when they saw Baby Lane in the lobby of the MGM. They rushed up out of the cafe and went to find Baby Lane, who was actually Orlando Anderson. They saw him inside the MGM minutes after they had jumped him. By the time they got there, Suge, Pac, and their crew had already left. Baby Lane's shoulder was a little messed up, but other than that, he was alright. When Keefe D asked him what happened, he said, "Death Row guys rushed me. One of them guys from the Lakewood Mall was running with the boy that started that shit." He couldn't let that go. For him, it was seriously humiliating that some guys from the music industry had beaten up his nephew. What's more is that Puff had already asked for help, and that Suge
I think that's probably what got Tupac killed, bro. But I honestly think I've been think somebody was trying to get Tupac killed though, bro. If I'm being honest, if it was Suge, Diddy, it was some Keefe, it's somebody, bro. It's always somebody that's in your circle, like, be the main ones I can get to, bro. I'm not even lying, bro. Because those people that's in your circle, you're not looking at them. That's why they're saying is always keep your enemies closer. Keep your enemies closer, bro. Because they don't know you. The people around you know who you are. The people around you can get to you easier. And you won't even know. It'll be a back door. They'll slime you out. You never know. For some clout, money, I mean, I don't know. You never know, bro.
had absolutely not appreciated the help that he had received in founding of the label. So they decided to take revenge. They knew that Suge and Pac were heading down the 662. While they were waiting for the valet to bring out their cars, Zip seized the opportunity and called Keefe D over to his Benz. As he walked up to the driver's side window, he noticed that Foxy Brown was in the car with Zip. So Zip instructed her to step out of the car and motioned for him to jump in. Zip had a hidden compartment that he opened up, reached in, and pulled a black 40 Glock out. He turned to Keefe and said, "It's time to get the money." Keefe D hopped out of the car, held the door open for Foxy Brown to get back in, closed the door, and they pulled off. At the beginning, him and his guys waited for them for an hour and a half. However, no one showed up, and Keefe D said that it was time to head out. Their next destination was the Carriage House, a Las Vegas hotel where they had rented a few rooms as a kickback spot. On the way to the Carriage House, they stopped by the liquor barn to buy some bottles of Dom Perignon Rosé, and Cristal. As they were driving to the liquor barn, it became evident that the guys in the van with Davis were worried that Suge would get some of his police hitmen to come back and try to kill them if they went after them. It really pissed off Keefe.
Bro, yo, you know what's so crazy, bro? In 1995, Eazy-E died. 1996, Tupac died. 1997, Biggie died. Three motherfuckers at that time had an impact in the music industry. Eazy-E, Tupac, Biggie. You know what's crazy? I feel like Tupac and Biggie would have squashed their beef if they had time, but it was too late. I feel like if they would have talked, come on, Tupac deep down knows Biggie did not set him up. Come on now, bro. Really? You think Biggie set you up? I feel like deep down he knew that Biggie didn't set him up, but it was too late. I feel like they would have squashed it, but it was too late. The same thing with Eazy-E, when all of them, Dre, Ice Cube, all them, when they reunited, and then they're saying they talked about it and then they're cool again, is when it's too late and Eazy passed away. It's always when you're trying to fix something or be a better person is when everything goes to shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because why would they start it all if they were actually afraid? And so, he sat in the other guy's white Cadillac so he can go chill. He pulled out the Glock that Zip had given him and tossed it in the back seat. Bubble Up did the driving. Baby Lane and Freaky were riding in the back. A few blocks down, they were sitting at the light. And guess who they saw? The Death Row Caravan hit the corner with Tupac hanging out of the window of a black luxury BMW waving to his fans. If Pac hadn't been hanging out of the car, they would have never seen him. As they sat in traffic, they slowly rolled past the long line of luxury cars they had in their caravan, looking into each one until they pulled up to the front vehicle and found who they were seeking. Like two rams locking horns, Suge and Keefe D looked each other dead in the eye, their eyes locked. The terrified expression on Suge's face read, "Damn, it's them." Pac pulled out a strap, and that's when the fireworks started. One of Davis's guys from the backseat grabbed the Glock and started busting back. The first shot skinned Suge in his head.
The thing is, when they were shooting in Tupac, why you didn't drive up? Why he just stay there? The same shit with Biggie. Like, this shit don't make no sense. How, if they shooting, why are they not driving up? Why are they just saying, let the nigga get shoot and they...
He heard stories
somehow Suge and Puffy still alive.
claiming that Suge
Being
actually
some
hid behind
diamonds,
Tupac,
Watson stuff.
but they're not
I
true,
wasn't
and
moving, though.
Suge was the first to get
And
injured.
then I also heard that Biggie was supposed to be in the second car, not the first one, in the second car. He was supposed to be in the first one. Puffy or Diddy was supposed to be in that first car. Puffy was supposed to be in that first car. Biggie was supposed to be in the second one.
After this incident,
Come
they
on,
hung
man.
out as if nothing had happened. They left the Cadillac, and the gun was hidden in one of the
And all
wheels.
these motherfuckers right here is dead. He gone. I think he gone. He gone. Everybody in this picture right here is gone except for Keefe D. I don't know about him. All people right here is gone, bro.
Of the car. The next day, they came back to get the car, and the gun was gone. Greg Kading, who was investigating the murder, said that after the shootout, Puff called Keefe D.
And Keefe D, I'm sorry, Puffy asked him, man, was that us? Was it, what just happened out there? Keefe D's like, yeah, that's us.
But the most interesting part is that there is some information going around saying that Puff had paid Zip $1 million to kill Pac, but that the money was never shared with Keefe D.
If he gave the money, Puffy will be in prison now, money for hire.
The FBI said it was just Zip.
So the FBI told you the
They said he
same
was a
thing?
dirty motherfucker, yeah.
So the FBI told you that Zip kept that money as well?
They said Zip's a dirty motherfucker. Everybody cross you.
Now, it was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother.
It's also worth saying that he confessed that Suge paid $60,000 to his nephew so that Orlando can testify in court that Suge didn't attack him. However, that didn't help the boss of Death Row Records one bit, and Suge was sentenced to 9 years behind bars. What do you think about this situation? What awaits Keefe D and Puff Daddy?
Anyways, man, that's it, man. Let me know what you think down below in the description down below. This has been your boy Mickal. I'm out.